Hello there. It seems like I'm gonna die. But before I do that, there's a game I've been wanting to share on my channel since the dawn of time. That being one of my favorite New Blood interactive games called Gloomwood is an immersive sim with survival horror elements like Resident Evil, where you play as the Victorian era's least psychotic doctor, who has been held captive as a prisoner in a fishery, of all places.
Prepare a carriage.
When suddenly, a mysteriously dapper man comes in, starts yapping in Shakespeare, gives you a sick ring that reacts to light, and bails you out of the literal shit pit that is your cell. Meaning he is a good guy. The ring pretty much acts as an indicator for how stealthy you're being. The brighter the light, the more obvious your presence is to the enemies. After a little bit of waddling, you'll find this briefcase that acts as your inventory, as well as this sexy cane sword. From here on out, you're pretty much on your own. Besides receiving some new goals from certain characters, reading some notes, or listening to random-ass conversations, you're pretty much left in the dark when it comes to guidance, leaving plenty of room for exploration.
There, now there's no way the outsider can escape.
You dunderhead, why did you do that? You didn't ring the alarm!
But now we've made sure he can't get away.
How do you think they're going to cart him to the city now?
We'll build a new bridge.
Shut up!
And of course, when there's resource management in a game, there's gotta be some treasure to plunder. Without any big spoilers, the lore in this game so far is that the city Gloomwood takes place in has been infected with some kind of sickness manifested by an ancient curse, and you as the doctor must do whatever it takes to survive the night and maybe find a cure to this sickness. Whether that be just by sneaking around like a ghost, not alerting a single enemy, or by being a violent force of nature, killing every single molecule that breathes while injecting yourself with the finest herbs from the southern swampland, and inhaling 20 wheels of Swiss cheese and simultaneously reloading 3 different kinds of guns. Speaking of guns, Gloomwood has a pretty versatile arsenal that can be useful in both sneaky and loud situations, such as the cane sword, a revolver with engravings, a shotgun that also has engravings, and a lot of other small tools that will assist you in your survival. Now, whether you choose to be sneaky or not, the real fun that comes out of Gloomwood is when you fucked up. And evading those fuck-ups feels so good, since Gloomwood by default doesn't have quick saves enabled. So if you are planning on doing some Gloomwood shenanigans like hurling a flaming bucket at a group of people, make sure you saved your game on the nearest phonograph beforehand. I don't really have anything bad to say about Gloomwood itself. The only actual downside to Gloomwood is that it is a game in early access, and it will probably be there for a good while since there's only like 4 people working on the entire game, and the time between updates for the game are slow as hell, but they make up for that sluggish pace by packing each update to the brim with insane quality and quantity, which is very nice. The game itself feels like a Tim Burton movie with its macabre aesthetics, and I absolutely fucking adore it. And with the current direction the game is going, I'd imagine the finished product will be absolutely stunning, whenever that will be. Though, in the future, I do wish to see something like a New Game Plus that adds randomization to each playthrough like Amnesia the Bunker, which is another great game you should try if you haven't. That way, each playthrough of Gloomwood involves different scenarios, strategies, and problem solvings and other shit. And also so that it doesn't feel like you're just speedrunning a gothic version of Half-Life. Of course, I'm no game dev, so I can't imagine how difficult it'd be to code something like a New Game Plus or any randomization for an early access game like Gloomwood. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Gloomwood. It's a very good game that I recommend you try. It's only $20, which is pretty cheap compared to video game prices nowadays. I hope you enjoyed the review equivalent of me just glooming this wood for because this game is just too good to pass. And I don't like asking, but it would be nice of you to subscribe and engage with this video in any way, since I'm kind of a small fucking channel. Besides that, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna go finish eating the rest of my drywall while speedrunning Gloomwood for the 200th time, while waiting for the next Gloomwood update to gloom all over. But first, I'm gonna jump off this bridge and submerge myself in the stars of this realm between realms. On a count of 3, nope, here we go.
Ah!